In today's rapidly moving internet age, memes explode into existence and then die almost as quickly.
Up right now. Okay.
However, there is a meme that emerged before platforms like Reddit, Twitter, and Imgur existed. And like a prehistoric megalodon, it has waited in the depths, even as other memes developed. But it's still out there. It's not dead. And every now and then, it takes the opportunity to make its presence known.
But here it is. There's a new phrase creeping into our language from the internet.
It's so cool a phrase, even the president is using it. Or is he?
All your base are belong to us.
All your base are belong to us.
But honestly, the last place I expected to find it was in a congresswoman's tweet in 2019. All your base are belong to us is a meme that is ancient by internet standards. And for some weird reason, it has persevered, despite having risen to prominence at a time before memes were easily accessible. The phrase itself is from a 1989 arcade game, later ported to consoles, called Zero Wing. It referred to itself as a brand new, exciting space war game, but was basically just a shitty, side-scrolling shmup.
Shmup? What is that? A Yiddish insult?
The Jews taught me this great word. Schmuck.
No, it's like shmup, like shoot 'em up.
No one called them that.
They definitely did.
Josh.
Shut the fuck up. No one cares.
Anyway, the game's Japanese to English translation left a lot to be desired. It wasn't just bad, it was hilariously bad.
In AD 2101, war was beginning.
What happened?
Somebody set up us the bomb!
We get signal.
What?
Main screen turn on.
It's you!
How are you, gentlemen? All your base are belong to us. You are on the way to destruction.
What you say?
You have no chance to survive. Make your time. Ha 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 ha.
What the hell did you just say?
Awful translations were especially prevalent in the 90s, as more and more Japanese games were brought to English-speaking audiences. And these awkward utterances were responsible for producing gems like the legendary NES Pro Wrestling's A Winner Is You, Ghostbusters' Hallmark-worthy Congratulation, and of course, Magneto's mind-boggling nonsense from 1992's X-Men.
I am Magneto, master of magnet.
But without the meme-driven social media platforms of today, where did the occupants of 1998 discover All Your Base? Well, the earliest known form of the meme was simply a GIF of its botched dialogue posted to several websites in 1998 and 1999. And with the rise of community-driven online forums, gamers were now able to gather and share their favorite fuck-ups. As a result, All Your Base found its way onto Tribal War and Something Awful, where its reputation was only heightened by the imaginations of early Photoshop enthusiasts. By the early 2000s, All Your Base had really picked up steam on the internet. The hype behind it even produced a gabber techno track, created by Jeffrey Ray Roberts of Laziest Men on Mars, which became one of the meme's most popular forms. But it was Bad CRC's Newgrounds.com mashup that combined the track and the Photoshop images in 2001 that introduced most of us to All Your Base.
All your base belong to us.
While the meme had developed a cult following online, its cultural influence had yet to extend offline. And while sites like Newgrounds and YTMND.com were vital to the meme's reach spreading, we're still talking about the early internet. A period where, instead of social media, slow-moving office email chains were the main catalyst for web humor entering popular culture consciousness.
Sounds like somebody's got a case of the Mondays.
In time, All Your Base was written about online, reported on in local news.
All your base are belong to us. No, you didn't hear me wrong.
Spawned perhaps hundreds of covers and remixes.
We get signal.
What?
Main screen turn on.
It's you!
And it even inspired random acts of misunderstood mischief. But there was something else that helped it to spread in the early and mid-2000s. Real-time strategy games. Titles like StarCraft Brood War, Warcraft 3, and Command & Conquer Generals were incredibly popular at the time, and featured, well, a lot of bases.
All your base are
belong to us.
Perhaps the most remarkable thing about All Your Base is its shelf life. Unfortunately, Google Trends data doesn't go back before January 2004, so we can't know the exact peak of the meme's popularity. But to put it in perspective, if the average meme stayed fresh for as long as All Your Base did, at the time of this video, we'd still be enjoying these.
Question for you. What are those?
You can't get that shit.
Hello.
It's John C.
Oh my God. Stop fucking lying.
Today, that sort of lifespan is pretty much unheard of for memes. It just doesn't happen. And therein lies the true beauty of All Your Base. References to the meme have persisted in various forms of nerdy media for almost 2 decades. Even recently, 2 major figures in the public eye have wielded this zombie meme, much to the confusion of the uncultured. Elon Musk used it in 2014, when he announced that Tesla would not initiate patent lawsuits against people using the company's technology responsibly. And Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez tweeted a reference to the meme as a reply to a poll showing that a significant portion of Republican voters support her policy of a higher tax rate on the rich. I reached out to both, and neither replied to me, but I'm sure they're really busy. Yeah, it's nothing personal.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again.
Anyway, it might be hard to say if All Your Base is truly the first internet meme, but it was easily the most influential of its generation. And the nerds who grew up loving it never allowed it to die.
It's too bad other early memes never stood the test of time.
Like when people used to make meme versions of medieval tapestries?
Holy shit, I remember that.
Of course you do, you're fucking old.
I'm not that much older than you are.
Whatever you say, Grandpa. And every now and then, it takes the opportunity to surface for air. I just thought of something. A Megalodon would not surface for air because it has gills. Nobody will notice.
Yo, people are Megalodon enthusiasts, man. Like, we're gonna fucking destroy them.
And every now and then, it reminds us that it's still out there. Like the truth. Whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah.